Born in July 1999 in Burnsville, North Carolina, USA, Lanie Gardner is a singer-songwriter and social media sensation. With thousands of followers on TikTok and YouTube, the brunette beauty went viral thanks to her cover of Fleetwood Mac's Dreams, which has been viewed over 30 million times since it was uploaded onto her YouTube channel in October 2020. When Mick Fleetwood himself, the band's drummer, declared that he was blown away by Lanie's rousing rendition of the group's most famous song, it didn't take long for the Burnsville native to be approached by other big names in the music scene. In December 2020, Lanie uploaded her cover of an electronic version of Dreams, recorded with David Guetta, and was then signed to the talent management company Jonas Group Entertainment, founded by Kevin Jonas Sr., father of the Jonas Brothers. Lanie's management team previously claimed that the online personality began singing at the age of 4, and that at age 12, Lanie was already writing original songs and performing at local events. Even so, it would take her over a decade to perform her own material, namely her debut single, Better Luck Next Guy, released in November 2022. Some of Lanie's most popular covers, which have garnered millions of views across social media, include her version of Pistol Annie's Hell on Heels and another Fleetwood Mac number, Ryan On. Lanie is active on Instagram and other online platforms, on which she regularly posts snippets of music to come. It's rumored that the future of her debut studio album depends on the success of Better Luck Next Guy. 2021 was a particularly good year for Lanie, as she boasted almost 7 million Spotify listeners and over 30 million streams. In 2022, the young adult performed at Atlanta's Shaky Knees Festival and attended high-profile events where she networked with other aspiring artists and important industry figures. Her parents, Roger and Ashley, have supported her every step of the way, but prefer to remain behind the scenes. Although we can confirm that Lanie has 3 siblings named Austin, Aaliyah, and Brooke, other details of her early years are ambiguous or difficult to find, with some sources erroneously claiming that she was actually born and raised in Nashville, Tennessee. Likewise, Lanie has yet to divulge which high school she attended, but we know that she's currently pursuing a degree at Middle Tennessee State University, which has slowed her musical career down somewhat. As mentioned, Lanie has close ties to the Jonas Brothers by virtue of being signed to their father's management label. Joe Jonas, Kevin Sr.'s son, was reportedly so impressed by Lanie's musical skills that he helped her ink a record deal with Republic Records. The brunette was also asked to perform as an opening act for a handful of shows on the Jonas Brothers' Remember This tour. The Jonas Group advertises itself as an entertainment company providing all sorts of services, from artist management to TV, film, and social media endorsements. The talent agency works with various small-time artists such as Lucy Cloud, Mandy Harvey, and Melanie Furman. However, Lanie is the agency's biggest name to date and is receiving the most publicity for now. Paul Kevin Jonas Sr., the entertainment company's founder, was born in February 1965 in Teaneck, New Jersey. Known as Papa Jonas to his nearest and dearest, Kevin was a pastor and ordained minister at the Assemblies of God Church, but left his old life behind when his son's music careers took off. Kevin is also a songwriter and musician, and there are many videos of him performing with his former church's choir. Kevin currently acts as a co-manager for his famous sons and often accompanies them on tour. Apart from being the founder of Jonas Enterprises and co-founder of Christ for the Nation's Music, Kevin handles operations at Nellie's Southern Kitchen, the family restaurant based in Belmont. The New Jersey native also made his reality TV debut in several episodes of Married to Jonas, which aired on E! Network. Before becoming famous, the Jonas patriarch taught music and songwriting at Dallas's Christ for the Nations Institute. Recording and writing religious songs in his free time, he was offered the positions of minister in 1996. Shortly afterwards, the whole family relocated, and Joe, Nick, and Kevin Jr. would pursue their careers in the entertainment industry with the help from their father. Kevin Sr. was in the news after suffering a health scare following his colon cancer diagnosis, but he's now been cancer-free for years after undergoing surgery and chemotherapy. The manager has over 200,000 followers on Instagram and often posts photos of his family or of himself at his children's events. The former minister is still also actively involved in various religious events on a local level. The pop rock band the Jonas Brothers were formed in 2005 and became popular thanks to numerous appearances on the Disney Channel network. Joe, Kevin Jr., and Nick recorded their first song, Please Be Mine, in the same year. The song was later heard by Steve Greenberg, president of Columbia Records, who signed the brothers together as a group. The siblings initially considered naming the group Sons of Jonas while working on their studio album. The siblings were opening acts for Jesse McCartney, Kelly Clarkson, the Backstreet Boys, and others, then spent the last months of 2005 touring with the Cheetah Girls and Ali and AJ, and also opened for the Veronicas in 2006. For their debut album, It's About Time, the Jonas Brothers worked with some of the best writers in the industry, including Desmond Child, who writes for Bon Jovi and Aerosmith, and Billy Mann, who's previously collaborated with Destiny's Child and Jessica Simpson. The album's initial release date was set for February 2006, but was pushed back several times due to executive changes at Columbia's parent company, Sony. Mandy, the Jonas Brothers' first single, was released in late December 2005. 3 months later, the song featured in the Nickelodeon TV film Zoe 101: Spring Breakup, and the rest of the group's music featured heavily in Fridays, the Cartoon Network's Friday night programming block. In summer 2006, the Jonas Brothers toured with Ali and AJ once more, and worked with the Disney Channel to create the theme song for Season 2 of American Dragon: Jake Long. It's About Time was finally released in August 2006, however, only 50,000 copies of the album were made available to the public, meaning that a single copy can fetch hundreds of dollars. Sony wasn't interested in further promoting the Jonas Brothers, so they considered switching labels. But before making that decision, the siblings were dropped by Columbia Records in early 2007 for unknown reasons. In February 2007, the Jonas Brothers signed with Hollywood Records and enjoyed a huge promo push by doing commercial work and sang the national anthem at the 2007 White House Easter egg roll. Just 2 months later, the trio returned to the White House to sing the national anthem again, and performed a medley of hits at the picnic reception after a Celebrating Women in Sports T-ball game. The group's self-titled second album became available to the public in August 2007 and enjoyed incredible first-week sales, reaching number 5 on the prestigious Billboard Hot 200s chart. Cashing in on the brothers' popularity and marketability, Hollywood Records also ensured that 2 singles and their respective music videos were released around the same time, and landed the siblings guest starring roles in several Disney Channel shows. From mid-2007 to early 2008, the Jonas Brothers were everywhere. Some notable public appearances included performances at a Miss Teen USA contest, the annual American Music Awards, and an appearance in Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade. The brothers were closely linked to Miley Cyrus and other Disney prodigies at the time, and even co-presented an award with Miley at the Teen Choice Awards that year. The Look Me in the Eyes tour commenced in January 2008 in Tucson, Arizona. While touring, the Jonas Brothers performed new material, including songs that would eventually make it onto their third studio album. They also worked with Miley Cyrus for her 3D concert film, Hannah Montana and Miley Cyrus, Best of Both Worlds concert. Somehow, the brothers also found time to film their Disney Channel reality miniseries, Jonas Brothers Living the Dream. By now, Kevin Sr. had wholly devoted himself to managing his sons and their thriving careers, and was also involved in almost all of their projects. After years of commercial success, the brothers began going their separate ways and focusing on solo careers, leading to the group taking a hiatus in 2011, during which Nick embarked on the 2011 tour with his band Nick Jonas and the Administration. Kevin studied music production, and Joe released Fast Life, his debut solo album. The famous siblings also parted ways with Hollywood Records on amicable terms. In December 2011, one of the band's last recorded songs leaked onto the internet but was never released. Despite increasing rumors that the Jonas Brothers had split, Kevin confirmed in an interview that the band would release new material further down the line, saying, "I think the tides are perfectly lining up for the future of the Jonas Brothers again." However, it would become clear that the brothers were no longer on the same page, as Kevin was more focused on his reality series, Married to Jonas, which documented his and his wife Danielle's domestic life. In August 2012, the group finally announced a new concert tour, and was followed a month later by a preview of new music. The tour itself started in New York City a couple of weeks later. Although not many new songs were performed during their tour, tickets soon sold out, as fans feared that it would be the last time the three brothers would tour again. In 2013, the imminent release for the Jonas Brothers' fifth studio album was confirmed. The siblings premiered Pom Poms and First Time singles from their new project in April and June 2013, respectively, and went on a short-lived promotional tour. Shockingly, the group canceled over 20 tour dates in October 2013, creative differences and other factors causing a rift within the band. After weeks of silence, the Jonas Brothers confirmed their split in late October 2013, and their fifth album was quietly shelved. The Jonas Brothers virtually broke the internet in February 2019 with the announcement of their musical comeback and reunion after years of working on solo projects. Their new single, Sucker, was released days later under Republic Records and promoted on The Late Late Show with James Corden. Thanks to its nostalgia factor, Sucker debuted at number 1 on the US Hot Digital Songs chart and the Billboard Hot 100, selling almost 90,000 copies in its first week. The single also became the first number 1 by a boy band to snag the number 1 spot since B2K released Bump 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 in 2003. In April 2019, the Jonas Brothers announced their newest album, Happiness Begins, which became available to the public in June of the same year. It was preceded by Chasing Happiness, a gripping Amazon Prime Video documentary focusing on the brothers' lives and careers, which was released 3 days before the album. Happiness Begins debuted at number 1 on the Billboard 200 chart and was the biggest debut of 2019 until Taylor Swift released Lover, her 7th studio album, in late August. In January 2020, the siblings announced the Jonas Brothers residency show, slated to begin 3 months later, but sadly, the residency was canceled due to the COVID-19 pandemic. Over a year later, the Jonas Brothers announced the Remember This tour, which began in August 2021. Then, over 2 years after the original residency was canceled, they announced a 5-date residency show for June 2022. Meanwhile, fans eagerly await confirmation of upcoming projects. Thank you for spending some time with us. Make sure to like and subscribe so you never miss another video. We also handpicked these videos, which we recommend you watch next. You can talk to us on all social medias or ask a question in the comments below. Thank you for being with us, and we'll see you back tomorrow.